I know.
Alright, let's see how this all plays out then, shall we?
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse.
Yeah.
You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know...
She has such
I'm
little
just
faith in me,
glad you
man.
made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yeah.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
How could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What
people?
could they
You're
have
a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice.
I'm
I know
nervous.
normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
He's dead.
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your
I
say.
feel like
Got it?
I should have gone to the butcher's
you
place
insist.
first now, because if I'd gone there, I'd
You
know
are
about,
charged
like...
with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Yeah, you
Twice.
definitely did that.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to
So
say?
tag that on.
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
But I don't have any evidence of his actual crimes.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Ah,
Are you gonna get to your
this
point
is
or
gonna
what?
go badly. He's gonna get away.
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered two of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
You've
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
If you were so offended by it, why'd you cover it up then? If it had nothing to do with you and your shit, then why'd you try to protect him for so long?
What cover up? I never made any attempt to hide Georgie's criminal activity from you. I learned of it myself
For
only
fuck's
recently.
sake. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
No.
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected
Oh, he's
them.
a slippery one.
You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll
He's
end up
gonna
dead.
get away.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about the
What
chains?
about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position.
Yeah, they're not.
You all act like
they're
I'm
not
some
good
kind of
witnesses.
tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her
I didn't
tree
burn her
back.
tree though.
In turn, we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Exactly.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What? This is not going well.
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true? Don't blame Snow. She had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
Yes, it is.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him.
I'm
Even
so
now.
tense right now. I'm like,
But
come
you
to my
need me.
side.
His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
Yes. Yes! Look at all of my minions.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed
that
apples
wasn't
while
me.
under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
What else did I do?
Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen,
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers?
I
Judging
didn't
you,
idly play.
Treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny. Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens?
My brutality doesn't
Who will
exist.
protect
I've been a
you from
very
the
good
big
wolf.
bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White?
Oh, she's free.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance
She's
to say
free
something.
because
Why don't you take a moment
Vivian
to catch
died.
your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
Go to Rissa.
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill
Suck
her?
it. You didn't know about
Did he?
that.
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it.
I'm
It was
winning the
always
crowd.
him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
Yeah.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Yeah.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to
Falling
yourself.
down a well
You're
for
all
eternity.
rats, fleeing from
is
one
probably
sinking ship to the
bad
next.
enough.
So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Wait.
What did you expect to happen
What?
here?
What's going on with
You're
Auntie
getting what
Greenleaf?
you deserve.
She's like freaking out a little.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit.
So we get
already?
rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on
Yeah.
anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative.
Oh no!
He should be the judge.
I want to throw him down the well.
That makes sense to me.
I kind
I
of think
guess
that
it
might be the
does.
bad route to
Okay.
take.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow,
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is
I could
right.
rip his
Teach
head
him a
off.
fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Oh! Oh no! 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 Don't you dare take me down the well! Punch him in the face.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Just for that, I'm gonna lock you up.
you said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't
what
be serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
Oh, I don't know if I made the right choice. Because half of the people now hate me for it. I mean, they're not exactly the good people, though, are they? Let's face it. I'm not entirely sure if I trust Auntie Greenleaf either, because, you know, she was the one that was the most on his side at one point. So what if she, like, totally betrays me and lets him out? Then I'll get to hunt him down and throw him down the well. Did she turn him into a raven? Or a crow? A crow? Raven?
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Yeah, that's a
Thanks,
very good
Greenleaf.
idea.
Work is work, I guess.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Hey, it's one of the girls with the ribbon. Alright, Jack. There's a fair few people here, hey.
Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay? You
She
look...
needs an assistant.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
She needs some help around the office. Oh no, why is
Good
he
morning,
here?
Miss White.
You're late.
Oh.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Considering there's a truck going to the farm in a moment, you might want to like hurry up to my apartment and hide. So what happened to the Tweedles? One of them got stabbed, didn't he? We've not seen where they've gone. Wait, what's Toad doing?
I'm going. Jesus.
Then I gave him money.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
Why are you so grumpy at me?
Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... If you could bring it to her, she was nice. So...
Yeah, sure.
I hope it's
couldn't
not like a
take them all
trap now.
with me, and she said she liked that one
Oh,
the
this
best.
is bugs.
It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Even in daytime.
You don't have to worry about the Mundies seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Might as well try and cheer him up.
Before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
I want to go see the farm.
Bye, Mr.
It sounds
Wolf.
interesting.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
I don't have a clue where Colin is.
Saying goodbye?
Hey, Nerissa. Where are you going?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh, yeah, I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Let me help.
Bigby, I know you're trying to...
I was just thinking she probably
This is
wouldn't
just
want
something
me
I
to
need
do that.
to do
but...
on my own, okay? Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Nerissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing.
I thought she was gonna say that.
Try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were
didn't kill her.
just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Here.
Thank you.
They're not gonna lighten up on me just
I
because
don't know what happened.
Figured everything out
that
now.
night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I don't really know what to say to it.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your
This was
doorstep.
my question of why the head was at the doorway.
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just
In more ways than
pointed
one.
you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed.
So how did she get the other
I
head?
couldn't watch that happen to Faith.
Lily's head.
Or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
That's not true.
It is. You've just never seen it before. But now you have. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her. Or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just... different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally.
So I imagine this whole
Because
conversation
you
would be
brought
very
the Crooked
different
Man
if
in,
I'd been really
everyone
aggressive
saw
throughout the
who
game.
He really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Maybe worse. Maybe. At least I didn't kill her though, because if they find out that she lied later on, that would be really bad for me.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
That's what Faith said to me. Right at the beginning.
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
That's
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
That's gotta be Faith, right?
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Oh, that's the end! Damn! I wasn't expecting them to cut it off there. So was that Faith then? And she's obviously glamoring or something. Maybe? I don't know, because wouldn't Faith's body have turned like Lily's did? Oh. I'm intrigued. There were some points where the stuff that Nerissa was saying was making me think of Faith because of stuff like when she mentioned about the ribbon and things. Interesting. 54.3% of players killed Georgie. That doesn't surprise me. Like, it just seems unnecessary to drag it out. I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't killed him, though, in the trial. 67.7% of players gave the Crooked Man a trial. 40% of players chose to imprison him. I wonder what the split was on the other two options. I'll have to play through and see. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? What? 2.1% of people did not accept it. Just rude. What were your last words to Nerissa? You and 29% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. So I reckon that's probably fairly evenly split, isn't it? Oh, that's cool. I wonder if there'll be anything else. Little snippet or anything. Oh, special stats. Beast, you lied to him about seeing Beauty outside the apartment. Yeah. I promised Beauty I wouldn't tell Beast that I saw her. And I impressed her with my detective skills. Is that because I was actually connecting things quite properly? And I fought with Bluebird after the interrogation. So, why are they in groups of 3? Is there a reason? Is it just because that fits? You offered him protection at the business office. Yeah. Gave Colin a drink when he asked for one in my apartment, and I helped him avoid the farm. Took him back to the witching well, and imprisoned him. I smashed up Georgie's place. I only smashed one thing. That's a bit excessive to say I smashed up his place. I broke a TV. Come on. Give me a break here. I gave Faith some money after my thing. Not that that did me any good. Offered Greenleaf a job. I drank with Gren after Lily's funeral. I wonder what difference any of these kind of things make, if they make any. Gave her a cigarette during a final conversation. Tried to take the ribbon during a final conversation. Yeah. I wonder what would have happened, like, if I hadn't done that. Brought her along with you to the Trip Trap. This is Snow. Promised to bring the Crooked Man back alive. And I did. I brought him back. Chose to wait for Tim. I wonder what would have happened if it would have got scolded if I told not to. Accepted his beetle and promised to give it back to Snow as TJ. Stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm, and I gave him money. And Woody chose to arrest him in the Trip Trap bar. That's the only thing that comes as a special stat with Woody, with everything else we went through. Come on. Okay, so Fables. How did we do on the Fables? Okay, so we only missed one, which is whatever the choice would have been between, so I'll have to go in and get that one afterwards. Look at Wolfie Boy. He was so cool. Bigby's true form. Bigby's true form is that of a giant 8-foot tall wolf. That's pretty big. In addition to his iconic huff and puff power, he has also inherited other abilities from his father, the North Wind. For example, Bigby is able to hold his breath for an abnormally long amount of time, making it impossible for him to drown. That's cool, little Tiffin. I also hadn't drawn the connection of the fact that he does the Half and Puff and his dad's the North Wind. That's a cool little like connection. I like that. That's cool. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary began working for the Crooked Man many centuries ago. He promised her freedom to do as she pleased as long as she agreed to act as his personal bodyguard and hitman. Because of the Crooked Man's power and influence, Mary never had to worry about getting caught by the authorities. She enjoys her job immensely and would defend the Crooked Man to the death, mostly because she finds it fun. Yeah. Fabletown Justice. When a criminal is captured in Fabletown, the traditional procedure is to hold a formal hearing in front of the community or concerned parties. However, exceptions are often made to expedite the process. In reality, there aren't any hard and fast rules for these types of situations, and the current extent to which policies are upheld can depend on who is being charged. A new order. Snow White in charge. So would Snow White not be in charge? With Crane out of the picture, Mayor Cole has officially appointed Snow White as the Director of Operations and Deputy Mayor in his absence. Many would say this promotion is a long time coming, since she was instrumental in the establishment of Fabletown and personally ensured that many fables made it to the New World safely. She has also been in the work of the Deputy Mayor unofficially for years. Sheriff Bigby. After fleeing the homelands, Bigby will spent many years wandering through Europe, with a fable colony quickly developing in the New World. Snow White and Feathertop tracked down the wolf and offered him passage to Fabletown. He agreed, and Snow cut him with a lycanthropy-stained knife to give him the power to change into human form at will. Oh! Bigby became Sheriff of Fabletown under King Cold's administration, but because of his violent past, many fables didn't trust him, and he was banned from ever setting foot on the farm. To this day, he struggles to redeem himself in the eyes of the community. I see. So she was the one that actually helped us be able to turn human. That's really cool. So I'll have to play through and see what this one was. What was the options? I can't remember what the options were. I'll have to figure out what that one is. But this has been amazing. I have really, really enjoyed this. I'm very excited to hear that the second one has been announced as well. So I will check out that one, I think, when it comes. I haven't watched the trailer or anything for it, so I might do like a quick reaction video to it just to see what it looks like. And I think I might check out the comics as well, because I really like this whole like genre. Is awesome. And I want to know more. I need to know more. So this has been so fun. I'm going to have to play through, I think, definitely, and see what the kind of outcome of like that final bit could have been as well, with the well and everything, and like if I'd thrown him down the well, what would have happened, and if I'd killed him, what would have happened. Various groups would have been pissed at me or not, I think, so that's cool. And yeah, I have to think about that Nerissa bit, whether or not she is a donkey skin girl, or if I just like missed that somehow, what they were trying to point out there. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. So yeah, that's the end of this series. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.